This is his actual signature hero. This is the hero you have to always think about for this player.
Yeah, absolutely. Second most played hero for him. He's had an incredible win rate on it, and it was why we were both kind of set on it being, when it was picked up early, it felt like it was going to be a Dark Mago Tiny, right? Just because it also seems like that seems to be Thunder's philosophy for this tournament, perhaps. It's just like playing what they know and what they're comfortable with, first and foremost. You can see 33's been playing around with the Wolves quite a bit. He was trying to use the Wolves to see if he could snipe some couriers. Now he's actually going to use the Wolves to back lane, pull the creeps across while Saksa does all the damage and keeps the Bane away. So this is going to be a full lane of creeps that is going to be missed out on by Thunder.
They didn't pull this level Radiant Wave behind the tower either, so they do have a small camp, but Saksa's going to contest it here. He should not give this to them, and it'll mean another full dire wave going into this Lycan, who's not really going to miss anything.
Dude, these guys are, this duo of Saksa and 33, they've got some real high IQ laning stuff that they do to just ensure, I say that, maybe I've cursed Saksa a little bit. He's got a lot of damage as he was zoning out the rest of Thunder. If they can finish him off with a shockwave, maybe it's all going to be worth it. He dodged the shockwave damage, and that'll be enough. I think because God, he wants it so badly. They actually get the courier. Saksa, he jukes him. He goes around the other side. They've lost vision of him, and he is out. Well, the courier is not out. So they get two of those.
He's happy with this, right? He just gets the farm without burning any regen because he commits a lot of mana and a lot of time and gets a little courier out of it.
Yeah, probably not great. I mean, the other lanes are going to be happy with all those courier kills, but yes, these two not happy with how much they just missed out on.
You are right. This off lane is super annoying from Tundra. I mean, you were saying, you know, high skill laning mechanics. I just think it's annoying.
Yeah, that's the difference between a commentator and a player right there.
Yeah, these guys are so annoying with how they play their lanes. They always find a way to eke out net worth for 33, get him to his levels, get him to what he needs.
I always tell the audience that annoying is the highest praise that a Dota player can give another Dota player. When they call somebody annoying, it means a lot.
The other is just banning their hero, but...
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
That's one way to get that ban, you know? If you're annoying enough, then you get the ban.
Yeah. Bottom lane is going to be a classic Sand King Mirana. Now, Thunder have run this a couple of times here at this tournament, and we were taking a look at some of those. And one of the interesting points is that first time they did it was against Spirit, and it was actually against a similar sort of matchup. In that situation, they were also faced up against a Spirit Pango in that game. It was the one loss they've experienced with this duo, so...
Pango can definitely cause a lot of disruptions games if he's not checked by that grip. That's where those displacement spells, they're going to need to be put to good use here.
Yeah.
But already Thunder, they're doing pretty good on all their lanes. All three cores top of the net worth, just free farming it up here and not getting pressure too hard. And the Sand King Mirana lane is a lane where, again, you'd like to abuse them super early. If they get away with the early levels, they're going to be very happy. And Sacred's already up to Raindrop, Ring, full Bracer. This is a tanky Sand King. Thunder does not have much aggressive potential in his lane anymore, I think.
Yeah, and if they feel like they can't necessarily get aggressive on the Luna Snapfire, we may see Matthew with this much harm on Sacred early. They may end up leaving him in lane alone at some point. We'll see if we get any roaming shenanigans around that 6-minute rune. How's mid going, though? 9 versus Dark Mago. You did say the Dark Mago is doing very well when it comes to CS. And he's up in experience as well, so he's going to be hitting that level 6. Obviously not a big deal for Tiny, but still important to stay ahead of that Pango, that's for certain.
The biggest things, like you're saying, if the cores are doing well in the lanes early for Thunder, it also means they can think about stacks in the jungle, because they have a mag lineup, right? And Pandaboo, he's already thinking about it in this upper jungle, getting contested by Saksa.
So they're going to go for it.
I can do.
Toss up in the air, into the arrow. A beautiful combination. Matthew will snag the last hit for the first blood.
Beautiful, right? Abusing the fact that Sand King is just too tanky to take down right now.
Yeah.
Get that early roam. Start pushing that advantage towards this Tiny, who Again, this is a hero out of mid who can play ultra fast, abuse the strong spells, get the power runes.
Oh, look at him. He actually tried to pull the creep wave in the mid lane.
Oh, very nice.
Couldn't actually get the range creep, but he pulls all the melee creeps aside here, and that actually makes it so at least one of the creeps died before 9 came back because it went into the tower range. So 9 actually missed out on just, you know, easily one experience and gold bounty, maybe missed a second CS as well.
Yeah, nice move. I would love to see Thunder contest these power runes. I think their supports are stronger on the rune fights right now. That's kind of the downside. In some ways, the support monkey is low level like this.
Their structures.
The arrow threat around these mid runes can be deadly, but Dark Mago, he's just healing, and Arcane will go Sox's way.
Yeah.
Still denies it from the Pango, though, so
yeah,
good enough, right?
Yeah, exactly. Especially since the Tiny did head back to base.
He went
Fountain, and he TP'd out to the bottom lane. So he's going to try and make a move here, but he's spotted by the wards. There's that nice ward right there. So you're going to see this play. I feel like we see this all the time. Cores rotate, and they just hit neutral creeps until they finally see an opportunity that arises.
I think he just has to run back here. You feel that they know you're here, right? And he should feel it. Skiter's going to get zoned off a little bit of waves, and it will be XP for Bane, who, if there's one support who can use it in this game, it's him. His life's going to be hard dealing with Monkey and Lycan.
Dark Mago, he's made the call. Just push the lane in, and Taker does just that. They're going to be able to find Snake King at first. They toss it back into a nice Sandstorm Burrow Strike. That's going to get the initial kill, but 9 is here now. He's going to catch up Dark Mago. Ooh, nice little sidestep. He tries to do it again. Doesn't quite land. 9, he's going to catch up to him eventually here. They need a little bit more damage to finish off Dark Mago. They do get that, but 2-man Burrow Strike leads into Skiter getting quite low as Matthew's going to commit. Arrow, not quite there. He leaps in now. Mini stun goes out. The arrow tanked up by the 9 Pango, and they live. And he gets a bottle refill and a healing salve, so Skiter can stay in lane at 9, continues to be active on the map. Great play by Tundra.
Raindrop doing work for Skiter there. His early kill lanes suffer a lot versus that item, especially if you pick it up early. And meanwhile, 33, he just gets a free tower. Which
yeah, I thought this mag was supposed to be the lane matchup for the Lycan.
I mean, it's more just Mag gets the free farm, right? It's going to be hard to punish him, especially when they're just pulling waves to neutralize the early levels. Now, his first ult here.
Yeah, using the Wolves. Not actually using one of the Wolves to wake himself up. Instead, letting the Wolves feast on the Bane. They'll catch up to him eventually.
Kaz did get to clear out some of those stacks, so at least some saving grace there. And on mid,
another combination, another avalanche, arrow toss, and the final swing from Dark Mago seals the deal.
And the rune here. That's a DD for Matthew. It's pretty hard. No leaps, though.
Yeah, no leaps. An arrow only in 4 seconds. He's trying to stop Soxa from being able to jump away. That one tree toss is almost enough. The arrow is not going to land, though.
Thunder, they are fighting for this rune control. Super big for this Tiny. They've done a decent job of shutting down this Pango too. One of the heroes that I feel Tundra's been the most successful with this tournament. Putting once again their mid laner Dark Mago in a very good position.
Oh, he just used the Burrow Strike offensively. The perfect time for 9 to be able to come in and save the day. Ooh, yeah, he starts rolling himself. He's going to be able to catch up to the Sand King pretty easily.
He would have almost double killed him there if the help didn't come.
Yeah, seriously. He went 2-2-1-1 skill build on that Sand King.
I agree. Take a breather here. You know, fire alarm. My God.
Okay. Interesting. You see where Dark Mago is? Look at these two. Very low. And let's just take a sneak peek at our future here. Let's scroll a little bit left. And we'll see. He's there.
He's lurking.
He's ready.
That's the Dark Mago alarm. That's what they're hearing.
He's coming. Now, the interesting part is he's got a 50-50 here, right? They may run back through the lane. They may run back through the jungle. And it looks like he's going to check the lane, and he may miss out on a potential double kill with this situation. So, be very interested. And there
the benefit if he
action out of Snake King, he immediately delivers a salve over to Skiter, so they will continue holding this lane.
They want to collapse, though.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know if Skiter's... All right, he TP's pretty fast. Thunder forcing that rotation. It's going to free up the tower for Sand King. I think you still want to kick this Snapfire out here. Don't let him linger here too long.
Yeah.
At the same time, Tundra, they're getting a better trade out of the map because you're clumping for this objective.
Arrow's going to come in, ensuring there's going to be no jump away. But as you said, Tundra, they are just efficiently farming all over the place.
This is a rough game for Snay, though. I mean, he's pretty low level, and he had to sacrifice a lot of his net worth for this Luna because Thunder did a decent job of burning regen on that lane. I mean, I was even looking at the consumable gold spent in the first 10 minutes here, and he was by far the highest at 1.7k now. That's a decent chunk of your net worth going to consumables. So he has been salving this Luna out of control.
I mean,
gotta do what you gotta do.
His current net worth is 1.4k, so it really says a lot about how many consumables he's bought. They did just get a lot of damage on the mid tower. No! No, 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 no.
Yeah, they are all definitely laughing about it. I mean, he's not laughing about it because he knows he's a beast, but
33 is just dead inside. The rest of the team's having fun. Not only does he take the last hit up a cause, but he also snagged the last hit on that Black Dragon. Absolute monster 33. That was brutal as all hell.
I was thinking use these wolves to scout, but that's the next level play right there. Get the kill, get the Ancient from across the map.
Dark Mago, they're going to go for this with the Mortimer's Kisses. That's why he actually kicked him to the other side of that river cliff area. He's trying to draw the Kisses right now, but he cannot dodge the ball.
This is a disastrous minute and a half here for Thunder. Losing your Tiny with the rune as well. The Arcane on 9 setting that up, so he's going to have another rolling Thunder in 40 here. Your carry dies on the triangle to Ghost in the night, so to say. Again, this game is a lot about at what point can Pakaz hit that timing. Mag is a hero designed to accelerate and be ahead. And he's getting out-farmed here on the map. Not an ideal setup for Thunder at this point in the game.
Yeah.
We're going to see.
Watch that one again. Pakaz just trying to force this a bit too much. 5 health, he goes down to 33. Is like, oh, that's perfect.
You got 400 gold for that kill, too.
Yeah, that...
No expression. There's no expression you can give for after that. Just tip the man and move on. But like I said, decent amount of gold going 33's way, and they're going to try and smoke and shut him down off the back of this blink. Skiter is looking for it.
They're going to find him.
You can block the arrow.
Burrow strike first, trying to land the arrow. Ooh, that's awkward timing there. Panda could still hit the Fiend's Grip.
Matthew not happy about that one.
No.
Now 33 smiling a little bit. He's
that's the only time he drops a smiley. Oh, it's going to be interesting. Can he close the distance there to be able to get the Fiend's Grip? Because it doesn't look like the arrow's going to land. Not with this body blocking that's happening with the creeps.
I mean, I think he should be able to get the grip here, but played this
out of there. Unfortunately, 33 popped to just the last bit of damage.
Not enough. Because thinking about the RP there, that's another interaction they're going to have to think about. But what a burrow strike from Skiter. Getting Dark Mago out of there. He has a regen rune running, but this Pango with the diffusal already up, causing him problems on the back end of that engagement. It's another big loss for Thunder here on the early stages, slowing down this tiny blink. Another power rune coming up.
Yeah, and considering the fact that Dark Mago was the one slowing down the Pango early on with the help of the Mirana, I'm sure it feels like an even bigger loss of momentum. The fact that your counterpart is now doing better than you are, but an opportunity to be able to respond in force, in fact, as they have the Blink Dagger, and they have the Smoke.
And all this time, remember, Pakaz is going to be farming, so if these moves work and connect for Thunder, they're super happy about it. He's not dying to wolves anymore. Dark Mago looking for the jump.
Oh, a blind arrow that snags the Pangolier. He gets a cookie. What the hell leads into a 2-man Burrow from Sacred. A beautiful setup from Thunder. What a play from Matthew. I mean, how much vision did he have of that situation?
I don't think he had any. He's just maybe scouting for the monkey in the trees as well, but definitely works out. And then
with an even bigger kill, perhaps. 33. Now, they had a hard time finishing off, but the arrow is here, and that secures the last hit. Back-to-back plays here from Thunder as they start kicking up the momentum even more. They're going to be able to find the Snapfire, and there is no arrow. But there is a Starstorm, Throne Tree, and Matthew now throws out the arrow. Doesn't quite land. Sox is here. Actually does lay a lot of damage to Matthew. Matthew's used all his leap charges, and there's the Pango behind him as well. Now the Mortimer's Kisses get laid down. They actually do get a nice toss avalanche combination, but that's it from Dark Mago, and he cannot help Sacred any further.
Raiders here to clean up the support.
He is. He's going to be able to find Panda, and Dark Mago will still in the neighborhood.
Here on Mag.
He does. Is he going to go for some sort of... He was thinking about it. I think it's point.
He had a tiny combo waiting in the wings. He was definitely thinking about it. This Mag would love to join some of these fights now that he has that. And this is the power of this Sand King Mirana type lineup that Thunder really likes. Once you start getting one kill, you can just keep changing it. And again, the displacement spells, it's going to be all game. How much can you force the Clump of Tundra? The toss in guarantees double burrow, double avalanche. It's going to be the same thing with these skewers into RP later on.
Yeah.
Thunder really has to watch the positionings, but honestly, it's not going to be easy.
And simultaneously, that cookie is going to cause some havoc sometimes for Thunder as well. The defensive cookie play like he tried in that last situation, so... Soxdown running around as the Monkey King. He's got phase boots. Actually didn't complete the Orb of Corrosion. You'll see him probably lay down a deep lane ward somewhere around here.
9, he wants to get aggressive.
Yeah, there it is.
Again, this is his Orb of Corrosion defusal timing. Wants to make something happen with it, but they're a little too scared to just run in the triangle here.
Yeah, and if they did, they'd be running into Panda.
Yep, who's got that night vision, got the ward. RP Blink sitting behind him probably would have been a disaster, so the right call, but it's another wasted smoke. And again, this Lycan ult is off cooldown. This is a spell you generally want to use off CD. Get objectives with it, get the fights. Helm of the Overlord already up. This is kind of go time for Tundra here. The question of can they find the opening though?
Yeah. I mean, can Thunder even deal with this creep? It's just the mid tower is just going to die from this golem.
East, but
they glyph it. They're going to throw all their spells at it. That's going to be 250 gold going their way. But if it wasn't for the glyph, I think it would have died.
Cookie Wolf caught the Bane.
Oh, that's a cute play. That does just pick off the support. Oh, two-man RP. Can he skewer this in? They've got the Bro Strike ready to go. The Cookie actually gets sniped out of there. The toss back in onto Snake King, though. They've already finished off the Pango. Now they try and catch up to Snake King. Dark Mago needs some help, though. Matthew looks to run over to help him out. Looks like the TP out was successful from Snake King. But still, that was it almost was picture perfect there in the combination. Wait, what? 33? Got greedy, started farming his way backwards here. Next to Skiter. Skiter lays out the Eclipse and does manage to get that one kill. But now the two Spiders, the big tanky boys, they're here. An Avalanche stun combination ready to go in just one more second. But the Cookie's going to come in. They do get the toss forward. The Avalanche as well. Catching up to Skiter. One more hit. And there it is. Dark Mago finishes him up. Caustic gets hit by the Caustic Finale Bop. And there is, he doesn't even need the Burrow Strike. He finished them off with a just good old rundown of the Shard.
Cannot turn your back on this Thunder team. They will chase you down forever and gladly take it with their stun cooldowns. Just playing that fight to perfection. Again, we saw the location displacement coming into play. 2-man RP, the skewer guarantees the burrow. Even with that missing, Dark Mago finds another support to toss into the Rumble jungle here, and this is some good old-fashioned chain stun Dota coming out.
It is, and it's very fast-paced from Thunder, which has been their kind of style. I mean, we together have talked about this team, and I think we both kind of agreed that they're like the fastest play style of perhaps all the teams here at this major, and we're going to see that pace continue as they get the pick off on 9 in the mid lane.
Can't even get any analysis out for this team. It's just kill after kill. You show you're getting slept, you're getting burrowed.
Yeah.
Something's happening. They saw Sox in the jungle. Sacred instant TP up here.
Shut up, SVG. It's time for more kills as Soxa's going to be spotted by Sacred. And they slow him down with a Caustic Finale. The constant shards going off. He can't escape. You're right. No analysis required. Just good old-fashioned aggression.
Sea hero, stun hero. I think that's all you need. And this is another smoke by Tundra. Aim for what exactly, right? That's kind of the question. They're smoking this Lycan bottom, but once again, too hard to just invade jungle here. And no real objectives on this part of the map. If anything, you're giving up some Roche control, which I don't think Thunder's aiming for it too soon, but with the Lycan lineup, usually you're aiming for it pretty early. Lycan Luna, Tundra would love to be in a position where they're the ones accelerating with the Aegis. But not versus a lineup that has these triple AoE stunners that can fight amazingly around the pit.
Yeah.
And if they feel behind, 4K difference. All of a sudden, Dark Mago, he's starting to get empowered here. He's going to pick up the farm rate pretty soon.
You think he's like going to go BKB and then back for a Moon Shard and like try and go back into a physical damage build?
I think you definitely play this game to scale. You're going to hit really hard. While we've been talking, Tundra with another smoke on their triangle, but not going anywhere with it. I feel like this is very rare for this team.
Oh, Sacred. He's chasing after this monkey. Couldn't quite catch him. But the rest of Thunder, oh, they're going in real deep for this one.
Dark Mago.
Dark Mago.
Them all.
He sees the 33 like and tosses it back at the rest of the team. The rest of the team got stunned up, though, and Dark Mago's now in the middle of nowhere with no help from the rest of Thunder. Coming in with the two-man burrow strike, the RP on top, and they pop. Zoxa's gonna get caught by the Bean's grip as well. The Dragon tries to kill Panda, but it's not good enough. They gotta get out of here now. Another well-executed play from Thunder as they keep this game and the momentum in their favor. Oh, no. He's gonna leave it behind. 9 dropped the Pupil's Gift, but he couldn't cancel his TP. I mean, he needed to go back.
And again, the
courier out?
The Pango was missing from that fight, right? So
yeah.
He's their biggest kind of anti-zone control hero if we can get in there with the Rolling Thunder. But otherwise, it's way too hard for this Lycan to commit in. We see 33 dancing around. His actual hero not being able to engage.
Cue the Mission Impossible music.
It's going for it.
He picks it up. Panda's like, wait a minute, there's a courier here. What's it doing? Either way, the neutral item has been recovered, even if he was able to kill the courier.
DD in the river. As if this time he needed more amplification here.
Yeah, seriously.
He is going to destroy somebody on the jump if he's empowered double damage. The game, the last 5 or 6 minutes feels like it's been entirely Thunder Awaken's way. Tundra blowing multiple smokes, and it even looked indecisive. Like, where were they wanting to go with those? I think the team is a bit 50-50 on whether they can even take the 5-on-5.
Meanwhile, Thunder, no doubts in their mind, it seems. Every single time they smoke, they're making a fast, aggressive move, decisive movement that's going to be able to catch Snaking initially. Narrow combination probably ensures that kill, especially with Dark Mago. Doing a 300 damage right click. 9!
Got the sleep.
Ooh, we got the sleep. A big kill. The avalanche combination and the follow-up nukes are more than enough. You can see 9 recognizes the threat of all this magic damage. Usually not a problem for a Pango, but he's going to try and offer the BKB. I wonder if part of that is that avalanche change they were talking about. I don't know if they actually managed to put that into the game, but it was supposed to be that, like, the first tick, there's an opening after the first round of rocks so you can get out the BKB. Is that true?
Definitely possible.
It's a mechanics question, I understand.
Never mind.
You're just a captain. You hit those drafting buttons.
Yeah, I let other people worry about individual mechanics.
Yeah. Zoxa.
Especially in a game like this where my mind's on other things, you know?
Yeah? Like what?
Who's getting stunned next and who's going to be paying the price. This is definitely a game where Kaz has gotten to play what he wanted to have this mag look like for the last 5 minutes here, and you can see he has pulled decently ahead of this Luna. This is where you want to be. Level 20, the extra skewer range.
AC, he's still going for the horn toss as well, which perhaps, I mean, that is certainly a good, like, BKB opportunity ever since they nerfed that. Burrow's trying to get some distance here. Self-fuels and see if he can get the blink away, but the burning damage of the Snapfire Current kisses. There's an RP coming, but at the same time, Dark Mago, he tried to get into the backline, but actually getting destroyed. The RP goes down inside the Wukong's command. Both the Pango as well as the Monkey are low. Picard is able to finish off at least the Pango, but the rest of his team, they are getting run down by the combination of the Lycan and the Luna. The arrow goes out, doesn't stop anything, it doesn't stop Skiter. Nice use of the cookie onto the wolf. That's going to be able to catch up to Because. Matthew, last one left alive, will manage to escape with the leaps. But there is the moment that you have been talking about. You said Tundra, they would like to be able to get a clean fight that leads them into Roshan.
Maybe Dark Mago gifting them a little bit here on that back end. Thinks he's finding them, but the end exchange, Tiny just ends up dying here for no trade in return. Getting chunked by Skiter on the back end with the Lycan buffs. Because he has a decent fight here, RP, killing this Pango. But now, nothing left in the tank without that Tiny and Sand King being alive. Your zone control is gone. Time to get swarmed on. Not getting your blink off when wolves are biting you literally in the ass. And Matthew, the only one to survive. But that is going to be Roach going Tundra's way. And that is what they've been looking for the last 7 or 8 minutes, it feels like here.
Yeah, and Thunder, who had worked so hard to be able to build up a net worth lead after pickoff, an aggressive move, they now have that net worth being cut down by over half, only 2,000 net worth lead for them. It's still mostly on this big Magnus.
And every time he dies, it's huge because this is a hero with cleave. Less creeps getting farmed, and he has an empower buff that can go on one of his other cores, so the farm rate drops considerably every time this mag dies. That's a huge blow. It means this Luna gets to catch up. Suddenly she has an Aegis. She can frontline a bit more in these fights, or at least not be worried about getting skewered back with the BKB up.
And if that last team fight was a confidence booster for Tundra, now they've got 2 more BKBs to add to the mix. They have got to be feeling really good about any team fight they take that is an RP. Skiter does have that Aegis. Because looking to be able to stop Stockset from getting off his ultimate. Meanwhile, a burrow strike backwards. You can see Thunder, 2-man RP. Because commits to be able to kill some of the supports here, but the Sapphire's too tanky. Because is a little bit too deep. The arrow doesn't hit anything. That's a BKB'd up Monkey King. The roll on through, nails Sacred. He does manage to use the burrow strike after the sleep to be able to get some distance, but a blink out. He gets away. Thunder, have they gotten everybody out? A defensive blink once again from Because. Now they're looking to be able to go back in. 9. He's not going to be hit by the arrow. A small little shield crash gives him enough distance. Sacred is still looking for more, though. A blink up in a second. Is he going to commit? He will. Blink forward, burrow strike. Immediately a cookie gets him out of the sandstorm area, but he's still going to be caught by Dark Mago. A beautiful exchange there from Thunder. The offensive action, not the most inspiring, but the way that they were able to constantly reset that fight was incredible.
Just going in and out, using that high ground ward to perfection there, playing the vision game, trying to bait Tundra into it. They did not want to commit too deep because of that. Almost able to find this Sacred Sand King. I think if they did, they would have just been able to plow through that fight, but Because is just watching in the wings here, and he deals a decent amount of damage, but not enough to finish anybody off with the auras getting popped. And all of a sudden, they're in a situation where they have to cut out that BKB pops from Tundra, which they successfully managed to do off the Houdini level escape from Sacred here.
Yeah, and if Sacred doesn't get out, then he's not able to catch the heroes that we saw later die.
Exactly.
On the side of Tundra.
You can see what Thunder's plan is. Play for the big RP into the chain stun, or if the BKBs get off from Tundra, try and wait them out and take the fight afterwards. They definitely have some utility to play with. Force Staff, Mech, and Vlad's on this Mirana. Yeah, a lot of utility. He's pretty farmed.
He's catching up to, he's catching up to 9. And that is impressive without an Aghanim Scepter, Mirana. You know, like his farm is pretty insane.
Oh, yeah.
Without that item, and it looks like he may be going back into it. Skiter actually spotting Matthew. They're going to go for Skiter, though. He's taking chainsaws during this avalanche time. They do hit him with the arrow. That is going to be the first line for the Aegis, though, so Thunder don't want to overcommit here. Moonlight Shadow doesn't quite block. The Beast Grip does go down. Stockset, he's going to jump into the fight with the Kisses and the Wukong's command. They're going to quickly deal with Panda if possible. He gets the sleep off, and he's still dead. The rest of the heroes are trying to reset, including Sacred. Once again, self-fuels trying to get out. You have Because ready to go with the blink-in RP possibilities, but more and more heroes of Thunder are getting picked off. Now they turn, seeing an opportunity perhaps as an overextension from 9. Yes, he gets mowed down without an ultimate needed whatsoever. And 33, whose ultimate is down, was not too far away from Thunder, but they ought to clean up the Black Dragon and start pushing forward, taking some map control there.
The second Tundra turn their backs on this squad, they have to get out quick because you know they want to chase with these mobility displacement spells. The stuns coming out did cost them a Bane buyback there, but if only Because had found the opening with that RP, that was the one saving grace. Skiter was good at trying to use this Aegis to bait the fight. He knew that that was the best thing they had going for them. It forces one of the cores from Thunder to have to commit, and then it'll set up the fight. But this Pango, after his rolls out, he just gets obliterated by the physical damage. And we even see the Mind Breaker on Dark Mago might cause him some problems here in terms of that random silence coming out.
Oh yeah, certainly. And then you combine the ceremonial robe on Panda. That's such a beautiful item pickup for a Bane.
Yeah.
Making those long disables even longer.
I mean, there's some decent neutral items, synergies this game. The quiver on this Luna is always very powerful. Blaster, the extra armor for this Pango, he's not going to mind it. I'm sure Pakaz is very happy about getting Titan Sliver on this mag.
Oh yeah, that's a dream.
Just makes him so tanky at this point in the game. 3,000 HP full.
Now they're going to try rolling Thunder onto him here. 9. They want to keep this chain stun, so the cookie comes in. They're back in 2-minute burrow. They still have the monkey king stun. These are doing it really nicely with Bakaz, and he's just dead. 100 is zeroed out with a beautiful chain stun by Tundra. And they're going to be able to maybe get the Sand King, and they've taken the bottom tier 2. Hell, they're even going to get some damage onto the tier 3. Sand King is Moonlight Shadowed. Oh no, he walked back to the tier 3.
He might have been okay there.
He might have. He just held cool and stayed still.
And like you said, 33, ratting on the other side of the map. Or wolfing, I should say, just howling down these towers, catapult helping him out. That could become a persistent issue here for this Thunder squad. Their lineup thrives in the 5-on-5. Not so much if their base is getting ratted and they have to pull somebody back.
Yeah, that's going to feel particularly bad since that's the lane of barracks that's farthest away from the Roshan pit.
Exactly. They smell blood. 2 cores dead.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
They see anybody right now. It's go time.
Dyer's structures are fortified.
Second tier 2 to fall. They can get the outpost. Honestly, this is looking like Tundra are going to have a really good setup for Roshan. Arrow actually does catch 33. Thunder not going to chase after it though.
All of a sudden, some of the scale synergy starting to pick up for Tundra here. You can see Soxa going Desolator. So again, this team thinks a lot about the team itemization, playing for the overall goal. And this is going to be picking up the physical scale to cut through these heroes. Deso on Soxa, AAC done on 33. This man's still walking around with a buckler at 32 minutes. You know they're thinking about the minus and plus armor exchanges here. That's what's going to help this year Luna win the man fights. Or at least survive an RP or chain stun.
Yeah, meanwhile, Matthew is also doing something similar here. We talked about the Mac, now he has the Wraith Pact after the Vlads, and he's going to go a Crimson Guard next item, which against the Bouncing Glaives, the Swashbuckle, the instances of damage from the Lycan, it's a rare Crimson Guard game.
Why not? I think historically you would have gone Solar Crest here, but I don't think we've seen that item in a long time.
That's true. Yeah.
Anything that helps his Bane survive is going to be nice too, because Panda's game is just hard, right?
Yeah.
He wants to be able to grip this Pango, wants to be able to potentially grip the Lycan, but he has to worry about all the summon damage that's coming out, some random monkey stun. I mean, Sox has itemized BKB, so there's not much stopping him just leaping in the fight and saving his stun for this grip.
Now, one thing that can make his job a little bit easier, and you said that this was something that Spirit really likes to abuse quite a bit, is the Mag-Bane combination of the blink in, skewer back into a Fiend's Grip. So you're so far on your side of the map, it's hard to stop that Fiend's Grip. We haven't really seen Bakaz using those skewers that offensively yet.
It's harder on one position Mag, right? Because you have to think about his positioning a lot more. But
Blink Dagger, they're going to find the initiation on the Dark Mago. He is getting chain stun. This is time for the Wukong's command to come out. The Kisses as well. They get the Force Staff, but it's not going to save him. I think it's going to put both these heroes in some trouble. They use the Fiend's Grip now, but the BKB from 9. They do have enough to be able to get Sacred to blink away. Matthew is also one lead out.
Still waiting.
Bakaz is waiting for his opportunity, but honestly, I feel like this may need to be a full-out retreat as 9 is still chasing after Pandabu. Matthew, he gets a successful TP out before the Lucent Beam lands. Bakaz may have to just abandon Panda at this point in time, because if he doesn't, he may get caught as well. He's got a
giving him no room here, though. does not want this mag to be able to walk away, but as you said, where was even the opening for Pakaz to find there?
Yeah.
Just way too hard, especially if this Tiny goes down first. Like, this is not an easy game for him to frontline, especially when you're getting chain stun from this Pango roll. I saw Matthew try and bail him out, but then he got stunned on the back end as well, so it's another Roshan going Tundra's way. Another Aegis for this Luna.
And another arrow that lands from Matthew. Four-man smoke up. Level 25 just around the corner for Skiter. He's going to use his Manta Illusions to push in the mid lane while they kind of mirror that path. They're going to go through mid into the triangle. Nothing to find there. Cut the bottom wave. Make sure they have a total lockdown of at least two of these lanes.
One thing Thunder has going for them, though, is the high ground seems very difficult for Tundra versus Light.
Yeah.
That is usually where Magnus lineups shine and can turn games around. You end up clumping on the ramp, you end up overextending a little bit, suddenly your carries in tier 4s, and you have to take a fight under enemy vision, enemy glyph just barraging you. Not only that, they have the tiny tossback at well, so there's two displacement spells that can throw you really deep. I don't think Tundra want to take a fight for the game trying to go high ground. They'd rather fight it in the open territory where the wolves can scout, where they can abuse some of the summon vision, spread out, not have to clump for the big AoE stuns.
And considering how fast they can shove out the lanes and take towers.
Oh yeah, the rat potential.
Yeah, the fight could really happen anywhere, and Tundra would just be able to barrel down the mid lane, immediately take a full lane of barracks. So this is always curious to me, this seesaw, where you are on the losing side of things, but you do have really good high ground. You don't want to be locked inside your base and getting hardly any net worth and let this 7k net worth turn into 20k. But at the same time, if you get caught outside of your base, you've just kind of handed the keys to victory to Tundra.
Not an easy position to be in, especially when Tundra has this Monkey King waiting in the wings. That feels like the tipping point to me.
True.
He doesn't just become a fourth core in this game, especially the way he's itemized BKB Deso. Soxa's already geared up for it. I mean, he'll go toe-to-toe with some of these heroes late game if he gets the items.
I'm gonna go for an Arcane Blink again. Seeing a lot of these Arcane Blinks for Chaos Knight has been the most notable one.
Found the Luna.
They did, but Force Staff gets Skiter out of there just in time. He's going to turn around Satanic, back up the full health. Rolling Thunder does go down. Spotted a lot of supports, but the Moonlight Shadows for the back. And a blink. Dark Mago. Pakaz in some trouble. He gets off the BKB, and the Fiend Script used on the ball. Pakaz doesn't want to hit it, though. He's a little bit low and doesn't want to challenge Skiter, so it looks like a full reset out.
Tied to Tiny.
Dark Mago trying to go back in. C33 is a little bit low, the BKB. Meanwhile, RP going down. 9 chasing after this Mirana does manage to finish him up. And because, well, he does have the avalanche, but it's dodge. A shield crash over to the side, but a burrow strike Pango up to the Pango, and he does manage to finish him off. Panda Moo, meanwhile, barely lives through it all. A buyback, which they would like to get more out of this. Maybe they will. The avalanche is done. They don't have detection.
The backs are turned. Thunder knows.
And they're going to chase down as many heroes as they can. Tries to chuck the tree one direction, but Snake King, he went left.
Dark Mago just doing an insane amount of work in that fight. Almost solo killed this Monkey King. Ends up taking him out of the fight. 9 has to commit really deep. The Bane never even ends up dying. We can see how tanky this Pangolier is. If he manages to land multi-hero shield crashes, the Blaster on top of it.
Yeah.
He just takes forever for this mag to hit. I feel like every time Pakaz hits him, he doesn't even want to be hitting him. He's like, this is too slow. I'm gonna kill somebody else.
Yeah, seriously. It was like a Fiend Script. He started swinging. He was just like, this isn't worth it.
Somebody else kill this Pango. He needs more damage or something. It's kind of hard for him to build more damage at this point. It's going Satanic to try and match the sustainability here, and that means this Butterfly on Skiter is going to have a decent free reign.
Silver Edge for Dark Mago, and they do see him. They're going to get off the Wukong's command with the Rolling Thunder and the chain set of the Cookie as well. Saker's going to try and respond with an Epicenter Bro Strike, but into what, my friend? They are golden gods. You can't touch that. And now that's a dieback. They know it too, and you can see Tundra. They are gonna start spilling out towards the Dire base, and Thunder are gonna have to hold 3 versus 5, 3 versus 6 really with that Aegis.
Their lineup will shred the buildings here with all the minus armors and auras stacking up. The cause has to look for a big RP or skewer back here. Missing 2 cores for 60 plus. Dark Mago also does not have buyback here. Brought out Silver Edge for that play.
There goes that Aegis. 1 later barracks down. Tundra, I think, likely to continue.
When does the cause want to try and go in? I don't think you can give Megas up here.
Trying to go for the Slave Manta goes off, getting rid of the Enfeeble. Cause not seeing an opportunity, it seems. May just be giving up 2 lanes, but 2, why not go for the full 3 at this point? The same 2 heroes are gone. Force this out of Thunder. Force them to try. That's it, Tundra. They're going to keep going. Now, the cause...
Thunder hide, buffing the Luna even more, too.
Oh, with the frenzy going out, he's attacking so quickly. Are they seriously not going to try and hold out against this Megas? The glyph is used.
Cause is smoked.
He's smoked, wrapping around the side here. Managed to get the spear back into the tier 4. Tries to get the RP. Stopped. Actually hit by the Monkey King. Stun into the Rolling Thunder. He's eventually going to get it off, but the Eclipse is down. His BKB goes off. No, but the butterfly misses are causing some issues, but the arrow lands right on point. They hold, but the buildings will not. That is going to be Vegas for Tundra, regardless of the loss of their carry, regardless of anybody else who gets caught. Ultimately, it's Tundra now in a fantastic winning position.
Definitely happy with that exchange. 3 lanes of barracks is only losing your carry. We saw how much work that butterfly did. Almost allowed that Luna to live to the point where she could pop Satanic. And again, that's a dream scenario. Fight these high ground defenses where you can skewer the highest DPS hero into your tier 4s. If they had 1 buyback here, I think they can maybe defend their racks, but it's just all on Pakazan. We see Rolling Thunder to cancel the grip. He's forced to RP, and how many misses are there? At least 3.
Matthew, really good timing and spacing there on the follow-up arrow. I think he might have even leaped backwards to get a better angle and longer time, but ultimately, I'm sure 33 just kind of shrugs it off because Thunder are forced into a situation. They're going to either be playing up against Megas for a very long time, or they have to go and try and force an endgame scenario right now.
They go drone. They have double damage on Mago.
I mean, they do, but Tundra at the same time does have buyback on both of those heroes. They're going to go for a 3-man smoke.
Tiny hits pretty hard, though.
He is demolishing buildings one by one. A absolute wrecking ball. But Thunder will just take the one and done here. But they spread out.
Remember, you're
Tundra
up against Megas. If you don't find anything here, the lanes are just shoving in for you. That's a hard play to go for, but it could have been a situation where they don't get a better one.
Now Tundra, they are in the dream scenario where they can just sit back, relax. They've already got as soon as the potential Roshan time starts, 33 already has the Wolves in the pit. Watch this Tiny just casually 5-shot the tier 3.
Thunder does have the cores to deal with the waves in this game, so this is by no means over. And like we were saying, their high ground and base defense is where their lineup shines, so this game is definitely not as one-sided as Maker Cubes would make it seem like. Especially if this Tiny can keep building up the items. The stronger he gets, makes his empower even better. They have full Shivas on this Sand King. This is a 4K network difference game. With 3 racks is down, by no means out of it.
Arcane Blink.
They're on the aggressive.
An opportunity for a real fast Shockwave skewer back RP. Depending on what they find here. Now, the Monkey King is always going to be the one forward. So when they push, if they ever smoke, they're probably running into the Monkey King first. So they've got to find a way around that one. Thunder don't see an immediate opportunity, so they have to back up, deal with the Megas. That's going to be a constant affair for them.
Thunder just has to play patient, control the Roche, play for the next Aegis, let the lanes do the work, force someone from Thunder to always show. There's no bots, heroes, or mobility in this game. That is the one downside of their lineup, so every time Thunder shows someone on this bottom wave, Thunder's going to feel pretty confident and happy about it. Like we see here, just taking the outpost back, eliminating that potential TP from buyback spot for a Roche fight.
See, everybody from Tundra holding on to buyback gold, and Thunder not having the same scenario, but it's interesting. The predictions does give them a better 10% better chance than they had last time. Remember, they were sitting at 5% inside of their base, and weren't even going up against Megas. This time around, going up against Megas, still have 15% chance. So you can see just even the statistics backing Thunder when it comes to that late game that you were talking about.
The power of this tiny mag combo. They are powering up level 25 on both of them, so that's multiple tosses and almost 5-second RP stun. You get caught in these spells, you're dying. I don't care who you are.
Super interesting. You saw that 33 had a Yule Scepter?
Yeah.
Did you mention that?
I didn't, but potential wind waker on the horizon. But
Strike arrow.
Thunder
He came out of the pit. Because looking for an opening here, the Avalanche follows up on that stun. Because he really missed it. No! He got hit by a dust and stopped his blink. Disaster is no RP to be found. Dark Mago has committed to a fight that he has no help with. And now a BKB TP out. Takers is there. They're going to turn. Go for Luna. Or toss. He pops the man. He's going to pop the Satanic too.
Disarm.
And they get the disarm as well. And because oh no, raining down the moonlight disaster for Thunder as they cannot handle the firepower of Tundra without that RP.
Swifter than
that blink, I don't know if it got canceled or he just missed it, but
I think he got dusted.
I think he got dusted.
Because there was moonlight shadow, and I think the dust damage might have come in.
What a rough go. That looked like an amazing RP too. He would have been right on top of his Tiny who was wailing into them and gotten the Luna for sure. And again, Tundra being able to clinch that outpost meant that Tiny buyback cannot get to that fight. It's the little things that always matter. Playing to their strengths.
Tundra securing as much of an advantage as possible.
And look what's on that courier for 9. Sometimes the littlest items make the biggest difference. Flying in dust here at 47 minutes.
Yeah.
A single dust for this Pangolier.
They know it's really only Thunder, Moonlight Shadow, and Blink initiations. That's really their only way to be able to set up the right kind of team fight with no because Magnus. Tundra looking to end the game here. 33 leads out with his BKB Wolf. They see Panda. He's quite low. He's dead, but doesn't have a buyback. The Mortimer's Kiss is catching the Mirana as well. And it's plenty of team fight items.
Early
Good
clip
kill there. No buyback either. An early glyph being used. Dark Mago starts laying some damage into Luna, but has to retreat.
Up at 7.
No BKB up, because up in a bit, but he doesn't have the RP just yet. Throne exposed. They're going to commit to it. Tasta. He pops the Wukong's command. They start laying into the throne, and that is it. Game 2 goes to Tundra as they finish it off in style here, locking down